Hi, everybody. My name is Nanika Edwards. I am a poet, artist, author, educator, and linguist from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. Today, I'm sharing a pet peeve, one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves is when people who are parents jump on that scripture, honor thy mother and thy father, honor thy parents. I forget how it's exactly phrased. I think it's in the Old Testament, and then I think it appears again in the New Testament somewhere. I'm not too sure. But anyway, definitely in the Old Testament, honor your mother and your father, honor your parents. And I see a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but I know that a lot of like Christian parents jump on that and grab it as a free pass to be as draconian, as own-wayish, as really as kind of not as Christian as they should be. They kind of take that as a free pass, but that verse is not meant as some form of biological entitlement, or even like if you're not a biological parent, but you're a guardian, or metaphorically some type of like a mother figure or father figure. That verse is not meant to promote entitlement, because you got to balance that with, in the New Testament, it says, fathers and mothers, or parents, I think it says parents, don't provoke your children, right? Don't provoke your children. So if you're the kind of parent who, for whatever sick reason, likes to provoke your children or a particular child, because there are parents like that, let's not fool ourselves, then you are not entitled to honor your parents. I mean, honor or respect is something that has to be earned, right? That's always the principle that applies. Honor and respect have to be earned. So for you parents out there who think that being a parent means you have a wonderful opportunity to be king of your castle, king of your palace, and to really treat your children in an abusive way. If you think that that's what that scripture, honor your parents, is all about, then think again. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. And for anybody who knows God, you would know that that's not how he thinks. He wouldn't say, well, you take this scripture and then, it's carte blanche for anything that you want to do. No, it's not like that, right? So I hope I use carte blanche correctly. Sometimes I have these words in my head and I have an idea of how to use them, but it's almost like I use them instinctively. I can't tell you how many times during the day I go to an online dictionary to make sure that I'm using a word properly. Most times I'm correct, but I just, maybe it's part of being a creative writer, but a lot of words, even in English, just come to me instinctively. Anyway, um, anyway, that's it. Honor your parents. Yes, yes, we should honor our parents. I agree. But parents out there, please know that you need to earn that. You need to earn that position of privilege. Okay, privilege, you have to earn it. So that's it. Kids, honor your parents, respect them, especially if they're respectable. If not, you deal with them to suit. And parents, please don't provoke your kids. It's not a nice thing to provoke your kids. I personally know what it's like to be provoked, whether it's by somebody in my family or elsewhere. It's not a nice thing. It's not a nice thing. I don't like feeling angry for no good reason, except that somebody enjoys seeing me get angry. That's a kind of sick That's a sick kind of way of thinking, that you enjoy making somebody angry. That's sick. Get help. Go see a therapist, or I don't mean to say that like that, but honestly, if you are somebody who has issues with control and dominance and things like that, then I would encourage you, go seek out a counselor or a therapist and get some help, because that's not healthy. Anyway, that's it. I'm sure you can hear some background activity in the kitchen. Sorry about that background noise. Anyway, that's it. Honor your parents, and parents, don't provoke your kids. That's my pet peeve. Until next time. I just wanted to add a little extra to what I just shared, because I had to end prematurely because I was interrupted, and so anyway, I think that in a sense, many parents misappropriate that scripture, honor your father and your mother, or honor your parents. And very often, I think it's often, I don't think it's a rare thing. Quite often enough, parents use their kids as a form of therapy, but often in an abusive kind of way, like their child can become the person that they can use to explode on, the person that they can use to vent on, the person that they can use to pour out all their frustration, their anger, their everything on, right? That's not right. If you need to deal with your own trauma, if you're using your children as therapy in an abusive way, honestly, and in the most well-meaning of ways, I would say, please seek out professional help. Seek out professional help, and even help yourself by going online and looking for resources that can teach you how to manage emotions that you may find challenging to deal with. And yes, I know there are many good parents out there. I'm sure there are many, many wonderful parents who have a healthy relationship with their children, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. But I speak for the people who have experienced any form of parenting that is toxic, and that instead of building up the children, kind of tears them down or tears them apart. No. Honor, respect, I'm going to say it again, they have to be earned. Biological parenthood does not mean automatic rights to respect. It just doesn't. And going back to even that scripture in the New Testament that offers a counterbalance to that, where it speaks about the fact that parents should not provoke their kids. Now, obviously, the Bible put that in there for a reason. Clearly, there are people who do enjoy provoking their kids. Some people, for whatever reason, enjoy going on a power trip with a ticket that they buy at the expense of somebody else, right? That's a power trip. And many parents will do that at the expense of their very own kids. We have lots of, quite a few, children's stories that I guess we grew up with. And we always thought of them as children's stories, but they're probably more true to life than we realize. Stories like Cinderella and Rapunzel and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty and things like that, right? They actually paint a picture of reality that exists beyond the imagination and beyond the seeming fiction of a fairy tale. So yes, this is one of my pet peeves. So again, I would encourage you, if you're a parent, earn your right to be respected. If you're a good parent, I commend you. I say wonderful, hats off. And for people who like to provoke other people, whether it's your children or other people, please stop. It's not a nice thing to do. Making people chronically angry can actually cause them to get physically sick, certainly psychologically, certainly psychologically damaged. It's not a nice thing. You need to stop. And even if for no other reason than a selfish reason, then that what we reap or what we sow, we reap. What we plant one seed in the ground. When we reap that, it's not going to be one seeder. It's going to be, for one seed, maybe at least 10 seeds or 100 seeds, depending on what seed you planted, right? If it's corn, it's going to be plenty seeds you're reaping from that one seed. So just understand that that's what sowing and reaping looks like. So yes, this is a pet peeve for me, and that's it. I'd be curious to hear your comments. I would love to hear your comments. Feel free to share them in the comment section, or if you want to send me a private message, feel free as well. And yeah, that's it. All right. Bye.